Stop the fear and the anxiety. Enjoy incredible confidence. Hi everyone, Robert Zink, Miracle Mentor and Alchemy Life Coach. And today we are soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle, flying in the direction of your dreams and your goals. We're excited. We are fired up because we understand that anxiety and fear, particularly anxiety, this energy really holds people back. It holds people back from their dreams, from their goals, from the things that they are capable of having and experiencing in their life. So first, let's understand something about fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety create the same bodily energy as thrill and excitement. Thrill and excitement get the heart racing. The blood pressure goes up. The eyes dilate. Everything gets fired up. And it's the same thing with fear and anxiety. So why not turn this fear and anxiety into thrill and excitement? Why not take it from a negative emotion to a positive emotion? Why not use these negative feelings that are holding you back from what you truly desire and want out of life and just kicking ass and letting it happen? And we're going to teach you how in this video. You know, do you fear love? When you think about calling someone or texting them, does your heart start pounding? Do you get, I was going to say excited, but do you get fearful? Do you get filled with anxiety? Does the idea of commitment scare you? When you think of commitment, when you think of getting married or creating a permanent commitment with someone, do you start feeling that no, not thrill, anxiety? You see, anxiety and thrill, very much the same energy. They're just different. And how are they different? They're different by the beliefs that you have. What about flying? Some people are very nervous to fly. I mean, can I tell you the story? My first flight, my boss picked me up at about 7 a.m. in the morning. He had a bottle of whiskey and he had a shot glass. And he said, I know you are not going to want to fly, because I'd never flown before. And I said, I was just not going to fly. It just wasn't going to happen. I wasn't going. He said, you're going. I said, I'm not going. You can fire me. He says, you're going. And he picked me up and he said, lick it. Have a shot of whiskey or two. And from there on, I was on the plane. Anyway, long story short, you don't have to resort to a bottle of whiskey or getting drunk or high to fly on an airplane. If you have a fear of flying, that fear is the same energy as if you were excited to fly. I was on a flight not long ago, and the flight was going like this. And I mean, everybody, the flight attendants, everybody, they were white knuckling it. And I was sitting there going, oh yeah, we're going on a roller coaster ride. We're having fun. And the person next to me said, are you out of your mind? And I said, no. What do you want to believe about this flight? That we're going to hit the ground and blow up? Or that we're just dropping 1,000 feet, raising 1,000 feet, dropping 1,000 feet, raising, and we can turn it into an exhilarating experience? Again, it's about belief. Remember, anxiety and excitement. Same energy, different beliefs. The same thing is true with public speaking. They say that this is the number one fear that people have, public speaking. So when just before the camera goes on, I get pumped up. I get excited. My heart is pounding. My eyes are dilated. I'm feeling that thrill through my body. But it's excitement because I get the opportunity to share my message with you. Now, it could be fear and doubt. What if you reject me? What if they don't like me? You see, what you tell yourself is how you are going to use this energy. Your beliefs determine it all. So I'm going to give you a very simple method for turning these negative beliefs of fear and anxiety into thrill and excitement. Now, high flyers, before I do, I want to say something. Number of times clients will call me and say, well, Robert, I'm trying to think positive. Have you ever tried to think positive over and over and over again? Let's assume for a moment that somebody stole the engine out of your car. All the positive thinking in the world would not help that car run. It doesn't have an engine. So positive thinking alone, it's not good enough. And by the way, there's scientific research that indicates that positive thinking will actually make your anxiety and your fear worse. Now, I'm not against positive thinking. We teach positive thinking here, but there's a time for it. And there's a positive way to use positive thinking. How about this one? Well, I'm just not going to think about it. Have you heard people say that? I'm just not going to think about it. It doesn't exist. I'm putting my head in a sand hole like an ostrich. And guess what happens to the fear? Gets worse, gets bigger, gets stronger. Okay, let's get into the method of dealing with this. So, write down what you fear, just so you understand what it is, the experience. And we'll say that it's flying on an airplane, for example. It could be any number of things, but we'll say it's flying on an airplane. And write it down, flying on an airplane. And then visualize the worst case scenario. You're on the airplane, the pilot says, "Attention, ladies and gentlemen, we are going down. We are going down." And your eyeballs are like this, and everybody's screaming, and the oxygen masks are dropping from the ceiling, and you're just in a panic. I want you to see that. You're going to feel your heart racing. You're going to feel all that adrenaline pumping through your body, and you're just going to feel fear and anxiety. Now, you have that picture in your mind. Are you ready? Turn it black and white. Whatever that picture is, make it black and white. So now it doesn't have as much life. It's like an old black and white movie. Not quite as fun as a modern color movie, right? So now stop all the motion. Stop it completely. So if there's motion, stop it. Make it like a picture. When I do this, because I'm old enough to do it, I remember what black and white pictures looked like. So I see the little white frame around the black and white picture in my mind. But you don't have to do that, as long as you make it black and white and stop it completely still. Now, follow me on this. You're going to take this picture in your mind of your fear, of your anxiety, of what you're afraid of, and you're going to move it up and away from you, generally to the left. Up, 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 until it gets about the size of a little pea. You can't even see it up there anymore. It's just a little pea. Now, what I like to do is this. At this point, this is a critical point. I take a deep breath into my nose, and I say one empowering word. You decide what that empowering word is. Could be now. In NLP, it might be swish. It could be yes. I like the word yes. I use the word, are you ready? Oh yeah. So I say the word, oh yeah. And immediately that old photo goes boop, and it's completely gone. I mean, it's gone. And I have a big, beautiful color photo of an empowering image. Now, let's talk about this empowering image, because this is important. So, high flyers, what we're going to do is we're going to create an empowering image before we even begin the exercise. Perhaps if I am nervous of flying, the empowering image might be me coming off the airplane, running down the airplane, running to Rachel and Julian, who I miss so much, and hugging them and squeezing them and feeling home. Oh, yeah. See, that's an empowering image. It could be, if Rachel's with me, it could be all of us getting off the plane and running to Disneyland. And there's Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and all the cool things we want to see and the rides we want to go on. You can't do those things unless you overcome your fear and your anxiety. So now I'm going to see an empowering image. So I've done the swish, or I've made it get smaller. The fearful thought, it's gotten smaller. Okay? I've taken the deep cleansing breath. I've used the empowering word, oh yeah. And now I see myself running off the plane. And there's Rachel. She misses me. And there's Julian. He misses me. And I'm hugging them and kissing them. And Max is licking my face. And I'm so happy. That's the empowering thought. We call it a resourceful excitement thought, an r.e.t. So this is your r.e.t. It has to be exciting. Maybe you are afraid to call that girl at work that you have been looking at and dreaming about. So you remove that fear, you see that fear moving away, and you replace it with a beautiful picture of the two of you sipping on a glass of wine, looking into each other's eyes, eating a beautiful dinner, and later making love all night long. Oh yeah. You see, I've replaced one thought, one belief with another. And the negative belief I've made black and white. The positive belief I've made vivid color. I am excited. Be excited. The key is, high flyers, to feel the excitement, to feel the thrill in your r.e.t. because it's absolutely essential. Make your bright, colorful picture exciting and thrilling, one that gets your heart pounding, okay? Gets your adrenaline pumping and just gets you excited, because that's the same energy as anxiety and fear, but it's positive now because it's backed with a positive picture and a positive belief. Now, you can do this whole exercise in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. And after you've done it in 2 minutes, you can do it in a minute. I want you to do it 10 times in a row. 10 times in a row. And then pause. And then later on in the day, do it 10 times in a row. 10 times in a row. And then pause. And then the next day, the same thing. And do it for 7 days. You will be shocked. By the third or fourth day, you'll go, what the heck am I doing this for? That fear is gone. I just don't fear it anymore. Okay? I'm going to outline this in the description of this video. This is so simple. This is easy. And you can remove these fears. You can turn them into excitement and thrill and happiness and love and manifesting the life that you absolutely desire. Have a great day now, because you absolutely deserve it. Bye-bye now.